Right, so here is the hard way. That's the hard direction. I'll flip sides. There it is down there. Come on. Here's the easy direction. I'll probably just cut it. So there you have it. In focus, hair whittling there, and hair whittling in the hard way.
In the last video, I showed an edge that was double hair whittling. This is pretty much as sharp as we can get and test for at home. So here's how I do it. Here we're starting with our CPM M4 Spyderco Manix 2. This knife wasn't super dull, so I started the sharpening process on the Sharpall 1200 side, doing light alternating passes to make sure that the apex was crisp, clean, and didn't have any large burrs. This step is actually super important in this process because you want to make sure that you're starting with a very good base. The next stone that I went to was the Veneve 1200 resin bonded diamond stone. This stone is more like a 3000 grit, and it will leave almost a mirror polish on the edge. You don't really need a grit in between these two stones. It's one of, if not my most favorite fine sharpening stones for these high-end, high-hardness super steels. Now right off the stone, it is absolutely hair-popping sharp. The vast majority of people will be perfectly fine with how this knife comes off of this stone. But from here, I go on to a series of strops. I go right to the 1 micron diamond strop from the stone, doing relatively light passes, being extra careful to hold my angle. If you over angle the knife at all on the strops, it will take away that fine apex. You really need fine angle control for the strops as well. And at this point, the knife is actually hair whittling sharp off of the 1 micron strop, but not in both directions.
So now we turn the hair around. It will not whittle in that direction.
Believe it or not, hair has a, for lack of better terminology, a grain to it. This grain allows a hair to whittle from the tip to the root much easier than from the root to the tip. I know this sounds silly, but it's just the truth. So to get dual direction whittling, you have to refine. So I'll go on to a 1/2 micron strop using the same technique as before. And lastly, I use a 1/10 micron strop. Yes, that's right, a 1/10 micron strop. These strops are key to dual hair whittling. I will leave links to the stuff I'm using below. However, the compound that I'm using is my own compound that I used to sell, that I don't sell currently, but I will be selling again shortly. In the meantime, you can check out everything that I'm using in this video, and I'll leave some alternates to stropping compounds in the description below.
That's pretty sharp.
The hard direction of hair whittling is from the hair root to the tip, and here it is whittling tiny pieces off. I'm just trying to be careful to not cut right through it.
That's the hard direction too. Easy direction, I think. I'm actually not even sure. See, it just cuts it right in half. I mean, it just pops it in both directions. It's one of the sharper knives that I've ever sharpened. A paper towel test.
Paper towels are also hard to cut, especially with a short blade like this, because you can't get much of a sawing motion going. You'll see people do this all the time with larger blades, and it's much easier with a larger blade. This test is also obviously dependent on the brand you're using as well. Some paper towel brands are easier to cut than others. This is why the hair whittling test is probably the best sharpness, apex sharpness test out there for home use. Almost everybody has it on hand, and you can't really fake it. The key here to these double hair whittling edges is refinement. Do the appropriate refinement, and contrary to what my last video implies, you don't need to be a psychopath in order to get these types of edges.
Switch sides. And just cut it in the other direction. Hair whittling both directions.
And lastly, here's what that edge looks like. And you can still see some of those micro serrations with this microscopic view.